Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly with the Bridge Group, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 communities in Katy, Texas. Now, we're talking about master plan communities, and before we go into this list, I do want to kind of set the tone for master plan versus builder. There is a difference, and a master plan community is really where the developer of that community, let's use Cinco Ranch, for example. The developer is Newland. They bought the land, and then they look at the builders, interview the builders, look at their products, and say, which builders do we want to be a part of our community? Versus a builder community that is nothing but the builders, maybe 1 or 2 builders buying a piece of land and saying, hey, let's go halvesies here. You can have half of the lots, I'll have half of the lots. The difference between master plan and builder is really the amenities. You're gonna see a huge difference between the amenities a master plan has versus a builder. Builder is gonna try to put as many lots as they can out there and sell them with as few amenities because that's cost to them. Whereas an independent developer is gonna say, I want this to be the nicest community that people can live in. So they're kind of developing around that premise.
And the good thing is that Katy is one of the top communities, the top suburbs in Houston that everyone is moving to, whether they live inside the loop or they're coming from out of state or out of town. Everyone's moving to Katy, so whether you go with the master plan community or not, you can't really go wrong. The community itself, the city itself is great and the schools are amazing.
All right, so let's go ahead and start our list off with number 1. This is by far the biggest master plan community, maybe in Katy, maybe in Houston. It is Cinco Ranch by Newland. Newland is the developer. They're also the developer for Ellison, but let's stay in Cinco Ranch. There's so much about Cinco Ranch to like. Number 1, let's talk about the commute. The commute of Cinco Ranch is kind of big because it stretches all the way from 99 to 1463. So it goes all the way from Katy to Fulshire. It was a 22-year development by Newland, and they just finished a few years ago. So there's no more new construction within Cinco Ranch. It is all resale at this point. However, it being that big, all of the amenities, all of the pools, you have access. If you live in one part of Cinco Ranch, you have access to the pools and the amenities pretty much all over Cinco Ranch. And the other thing is the amenities within and around Cinco Ranch. The commercial spaces like La Centera are great for shopping. They're great for more upscale restaurants, kind of trendy restaurants, miles and miles of hiking trails, along with lakes and things like that around Cinco Ranch.
Cinco has so many great schools that it is zoned to, whether it is Seven Lakes, whether it is Tompkins, whether it is Cinco Ranch High School, just to name a few. Can't really go wrong as long as you're living in the Cinco Ranch area. And in terms of price point, I would say it starts out in the low 300s and goes all the way up to over $1 million.
All right, number 2 is near and dear to our hearts. It is Cross Creek Ranch.
Now, technically, this is in the city of Fulshire, not Katy, but it's literally right on the dividing line of Katy and Fulshire, so we technically consider it Katy.
And it has Katy ISD schools.
Yes, half of the community is zoned to Katy ISD and half is zoned to Lamar Consolidated ISD. Both fantastic school districts. But we did live here for many years and we love Cross Creek Ranch. We still have so many friends and family that live there. So the great thing about Cross Creek Ranch, I would say one of the great things is the amenities. There is a really nice gym there. There is tennis courts, there's basketball courts. The lakes and the walking trails are just beautiful. You'll see so many families out and about on the weekends. The parks are great and the builders are great as well. And there is still new construction. That is the good thing about Cross Creek Ranch. There still is a lot of new construction zoned to Lamar Consolidated ISD that you can take advantage of.
And the last thing I'll say about Cross Creek Ranch that myself and my clients really enjoyed about it is the commute. Now, a lot of people think, well, it's way out there in Fulshire, it's too far away. It's not. If you have a commute to downtown, or if you have a commute to the Energy Corridor, or really anywhere, you can access it now through West Park Tollway. You can access 99 very quickly through West Park Tollway.
There's
or
also
1093.
Texas Heritage Parkway that they just built recently that gives you a lot of access as well.
It connects directly to Cross Creek Ranch, and that will connect you to I-10 or again to 1093 or West Park Tollway. So the commute times for Cross Creek Ranch have really developed over the last 4 to 6 years and really put it in a spot to where you're equally as close to town as Katy. All right, and last but certainly not least is Katy Island. This is a master plan community, and the developers of Katy Island, very interesting. They only have 2 developments in the Houston area, and they are from Las Vegas. So the amenities within Katy Island definitely for me put it on the map as the hands down best amenities in Katy master plan communities. It is very Vegas-like.
It is. It has a beautiful pool. They have a really cool restaurant called the Oaks there in the neighborhood. We go there, we frequent there often. So it's a great area for families. It's beautiful. There is still new construction in Katy Island. It starts around in the 400s. And one of the best parts about Katy Island is how close it is to I-10. It's literally right off of I-10. So your commute is going to be super easy and breezy when you live in Katy Island. So it's hard to pick just the top 3 communities in Katy because there are so many fabulous fabulous communities in Katy, but those are our top 3 big master plan communities that a lot of our clients are moving to. If you have questions about moving to the Houston or specifically the Katy area, please reach out to the Bridge Group today. We'd be happy to give you all your options and help you and your family find your dream home.